Hi everyone, Dr. Caitlin Butler Birmingham, aka Dr. K, naturopathic sports medicine doctor. Today talking about magnesium. So, magnesium is one of my, again, top 5 supplement recommendations I make. And that could just be the population that I work with, but I really do see a lot of benefits with it. So, magnesium is a mineral widely available in food. So, for example, leafy greens, avocado, um, nuts and seeds, salmon, tuna. So it's definitely available in the diet, but I still find that people are not getting enough. And even if you're eating like a whole foods diet, sometimes it's still not enough, right? Um, I haven't seen any drug interactions clinically, and I haven't seen any papers on drug interactions with magnesium. But still, if you are going for surgery, for example, they still recommend not having it for at least a week to 2 weeks prior to surgery. Adverse effects. Um, the only one that I've seen clinically, again, is loose stools. So if you have too much magnesium, then it can cause, loose stools, diarrhea. However, if you just cut back on the dose and then try to gradually increase, that usually helps. Some people are just really sensitive to magnesium as far as that goes, so it depends on the type. So there are a ton of different types now: citrate, bisglycinate, stearate, oxide. There's one with a T, threonate, I believe it's called. The ones that I use the most frequently are the bisglycinate form and the citrate form. I will say one thing about the capsules that they come in. So the magnesium bisglycinate comes in a capsule, for example. I have had a couple people that are sensitive to the capsule itself, so just switching them over to a liquid form, and then they were a-okay. So I prefer the citrate and the bisglycinate form just because I've had the best clinical results with these. The bisglycinate form I tend to go towards if the person has tried citrate and they really notice like loose stools is a thing and they just can't seem to get their magnesium up. Then I find the bisglycinate form to be superior to that. It's also used with athletes, so for muscle recovery and that type of thing. So again, magnesium is sort of that blanket supplement because it's a cofactor, which means that it's like a little helper for all of the thousands of chemical reactions that we have going on in the body. You're going to see improvement in mood. You're going to see improvement in, like I said, muscle tension and soreness. You're going to see improvements in sleep, constipation, if that's what you're using it for. So it's one of those supplements that's really great in that respect. And you don't need a high dose. This is not something that you're taking tons and tons of, because again, when you're considering supplements, you have to think about cost and other factors like that. The one thing I will say about the dosing for especially the bisglycinate form, so when you have like magnesium citrate or you have magnesium bisglycinate or stearate or whatever, that is a molecule that is attached to the magnesium to increase its absorption. The glycinate is a bit larger molecule than the other ones. So if you're looking at a magnesium bisglycinate supplement and you look at the back and it says, it has 200 milligrams of magnesium, you can expect that 150 of those may come from bisglycinate, but the other 50 milligrams, for example, comes from oxide. And if you're not going with a professional line, you will see that the label doesn't necessarily say that it's two different types of magnesium. So if you're going with a professional line, you'll see that all of them have capped out at 150 milligrams per capsule, and that's just because that's all that they could fit in there. So other brands might have more than that, but just be aware that it could be a combination magnesium. And I have seen that the combinations do increase the loose stool side effects. So again, just be aware of that and make sure that you're reading the label, checking to see what kind of brands there are out there, and just doing some price comparing, as well as trying different types of magnesium, because some people respond a bit better to different ones. So that's my nutshell on magnesium. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.